Daniel Dubois has been talking to the media ahead of his rematch against Oleksandr Usyk for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. Dubois has been doing interviews with the likes of TalkSport, Sky Sports, and on the YouTube channel for Queensberry Promotion. And I've noticed something. Dubois has been saying the same thing again and again and again. Dubois has been saying he's going to destroy Usyk. He's been saying he's going to go through Usyk, and he's been saying that he's going to make Usyk look like an old man in a ring. Now, this got me thinking, this is probably something that Don Charles and Daniel Dubois' father has been drilling into him. Now, this is quite interesting because this is a mentality that they want him to go into the ring with, because that's the only way to overcome Usyk, to try and destroy and make Usyk look like the older person or the older man in the ring. But I find it hard to believe, and I keep asking myself these questions, and I want to ask you guys these questions. Is Daniel Dubois delusional, or is Daniel Dubois just overconfident? Because we have not seen Oleksandr Usyk being destroyed. We haven't seen anyone overcome Oleksandr Usyk. We haven't seen anyone dominate Oleksandr Usyk. And we've actually put our best fighters in the ring with Oleksandr Usyk. If you guys would remember, before Derek Chisora versus Usyk and before Anthony Joshua versus Usyk, the so-called pundits, the guys that are paid to talk about boxing, to analyze boxing, some of these guys are ex-professionals, were saying that the way to beat Usyk is to get in there, be the bigger man, be the heavier man, bully him, hit him to the body and get him out of there. That is how everybody thought that was the best way to beat Usyk. Derek Chisora got in there and he wasn't able to do it. Anthony Joshua got in there twice and was not able to do it. In fact, Anthony Joshua, in some part of the fight, Anthony Joshua got dominated by Usyk in that fight. Tyson Fury, the one that is supposedly next to Muhammad Ali, got in there and was not able to do what he thought he was going to do with Usyk. And in turn, Oleksandr Usyk absolutely pummeled Tyson Fury in the first fight and was saved by the referee. Daniel Dubois himself has got in the ring with Oleksandr Usyk and has not been able to dominate Usyk, or he has not been able to go through Usyk the way that he thinks he will be able to do now. So I ask myself the same question again. How is Daniel Dubois going to go through Usyk? Daniel Dubois also keeps saying that he's a new man, right? And look, all respect and all props to Daniel Dubois. You got to give it to him. After the first Usyk lost, he looked like a man that did not know what he was doing in boxing. He looked like he had no purpose because he gave up in that fight. After landing that low blow and the referee gave Usyk the time that was needed for him to recover, Daniel Dubois didn't know how to go about that fight and got stopped by a jab. And after that fight, he just looked like a shell of himself. And now he had the opportunity to rebuild, right? Beating the likes of Hrgovic, Jerome Miller, and then destroying Anthony Joshua at Wembley. These are incredible wins, and I think that has boosted Daniel Dubois' confidence to a very high level. And of course, I have always said, and I maintain this, the second fight between Usyk and Dubois is going to be a totally different fight. Daniel Dubois is going to be at his best. He's going to be the most confident he's ever been. He's going to be a very determined fighter, and it's going to be hard for Usyk to deny Daniel Dubois. But I don't think that Daniel Dubois has what it takes, both physically, which is the condition and the intensity that Usyk fights with, and then the mental strength. And then skill-wise, I don't think that Daniel Dubois has what it takes to be able to match Usyk and to get Usyk out of there and to destroy Usyk, or to overcome Usyk, or to run through Usyk, or to make Usyk look like the older man in there. Now, don't get me wrong, Usyk is only human. Usyk is actually beatable. But in my opinion, for you to beat Usyk, you have to beat him at every aspect of the game, which is you have to move better than him, you have to have better condition than him, you have to have better boxing IQ than him, you have to fight at an intensity that Usyk cannot fight, And we haven't seen any fighter that Usyk has been in there with have or been able to match the intensity that Usyk brings. The footwork, the mental pressure that he puts on his opponents whilst they're in there, the way he's moving his head. The thing about Usyk is he's here and then he's not. He keeps moving so much that it's really difficult to hit Usyk. And Daniel Dubois' style is one that he needs to be able to set his feet, to be able to land his power shots. And if you look at the first fight between Usyk and Dubois, Usyk did not allow Dubois to set his feet. Every time that Dubois was going to go on attack, Usyk will move, will use his foot to get out of it or create angles that he can make Dubois miss and pay. And that is how Usyk was able to overcome Daniel Dubois, because he made Dubois miss and he made Dubois pay. And one thing that I've realized about Daniel Dubois is that if he's not getting success in a fight, he tends to give up. For example, he was getting success in the Filip Hrgovic fight, right? Filip Hrgovic in the first 2 or 3 rounds lit Daniel Dubois up with right hands. Jerome Miller in their fight was there to be hit because he's so big. There's no way that you can miss him. But when it came to that Usyk fight, and even when we go back to that Joe Joyce fight against Daniel Dubois, Dubois was not able to land his jab. When he was landing those right hands on Joe Joyce, Joyce was able to take it. At the same time, in the Usyk fight, when he wasn't able to land on Usyk, when he wasn't able to put a dent in Usyk, when Usyk was moving so much and frustrating Daniel Dubois, he gave up on himself. He kept feeling sorry for himself in that ring and did not want to continue anymore. So I don't think and I don't see how Daniel Dubois will destroy Usyk the way he claims that he's going to do. I do not see how Daniel Dubois is going to overcome Usyk. Now, once again, this is boxing, and we've just seen what has happened with Justice Hooney and Fabio Wardley. One shot can change anything. Now, unless Oleksandr Usyk has become old overnight, where he can move his feet the way he used to, he can move his head the way he used to, his boxing IQ is totally gone, and he doesn't know what he's doing in the ring, I think that is when Daniel Dubois will have a better chance of beating Usyk. But I think right now, from what we know that Usyk can do and what he's shown us that he's done, beating some of the best fighters in the heavyweight division, I don't think Daniel Dubois has what it takes to overcome Usyk or to go through Usyk or to destroy Usyk the way he's been taught to think and believe. You might disagree with me. Get in the comment section and let me know what you think about Daniel Dubois promising and vowing that he's going to go through Usyk, he's going to destroy Usyk, and he's going to make Usyk look like the older man in the ring. Get in the comment section and let me know what you think about that. My name is Bright. This is the Bright Show podcast. If you enjoy boxing content, then please don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe, and leave your comments in the section below. I'll see you guys on the next one.